and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport for a very silly race. For this, there are no track limits. The track is going to be defined by the walls pretty much, so we can cut corners, we can extend corners however we please. Turn 1 here at Nürburgring GP circuit is going to be very different. Now, of course, we are using general B-class cars, which means a lot of these, majority of these, are going to be running on slicks. Oh, Liam's gone round. A lot of these are going to be on slick tyres, which means going across the grass is going to be tricky. No, I wanted to get across to the inside, couldn't do it though because there are too many cars around. So, I mean, there is going to be an element of, I don't know quite where you were hoping for me to go there. Yeah, there's going to be an element of you've got to be careful because while there are some big cuts to be had, if you go for them completely all the time, well, the grass is actually going to be slower. There are a couple of all-wheel drive cars that are going to try and use that to their advantage. We'll see how well that works. There's a few cars going off to the left there, which, I mean, well, that's the problem bit. You just don't know where they're going to come back on the circuit. I'm going to follow Brazen down this way. We got fired off this way. We come back onto the circuit a little bit of a wonky angle. Gliska's gone better through there. The first lap's going to be madness. It's going to gradually calm down a little bit. Alright, Grumples is staying out of the way with a rocket ship of a Mustang. Rusky's bobbled it weirdly. And then we're going to head into this chicane with the mega jump. This is pretty much the reason why we've gone to Nürburgring GP. We've rolled Shadow. We have lifted and we have rolled and we have dumped Shadow off the track. Now, we were pushed into that, but Shadow has had a really bad day. Shadow bounced in the air. We got pushed into Shadow. Shadow's had a rather big accident, I think it is safe to say. We've had a little bit of an accident. It's fine. Well, mostly fine. I don't know where to brake for turn 1 now, because everyone's going to be jumping the corner. We're going to try and get Aaron and Coffee through here, which we do. Now, this next part, I don't think you're really going to get any time gain going on the grass. You're going to get time gain going out here because you can just open up the corner a lot. Stinty may try and cut underneath, but I'm not really worried. I mean, I'm a little bit worried about being caught out by cars being in strange places. Now, the trick is you want to go out wide there but not actually hit the gravel track. We saw Gliska hit it on the first lap. It's actually, yeah, you lose a little bit of time. Not sure much time is going to be gained down here by going on the grass. Now, this RX-8 is actually pretty just solid B-class car. I really like it in terms of performance. We're going to go around the outside of Stevie, and that will work. Brazen is on the grass. Well, I mean, no track limits there, but I do not want to put a rear wheel on the grass on my slick-tyred RX-8. We've got good amount of straight line speed in this, or relatively good amount of straight line speed in this car. Brazen going for the full shortcut route. Completely different circuit for Brazen. There are varying degrees of jump going on. I think I like Lombo's idea. Slightly less jump for the RX-8. Big slide for Speed Beast. Almost in the pit lane for the blue Mustang. Right. Come on, RX-8, you can do this. Who has got more straight line speed out of this group? Them. So, you might wonder why isn't everybody grabbed all-wheel drive cars? It's a fairly solid guess. But the truth is, the all-wheel drive cars probably won't be particularly fast around the circuit. Their advantage will be in the corner cutting. Which, I mean, it makes up for some of the lap. But whether it's going to be enough is a really good question. I'm happy just to go around the outside of everybody. Don't care about keeping the car in the lines. We can go full-on exploring. Oh, God, although there are bumps out there that you don't normally have to deal with, and I've got to be careful cutting across the track like that we don't get taken out. But we are fine. We can run the car wide through there. I mean, honestly, that wasn't even that wide. Not as wide as Brazen is currently going. Brazen is definitely making all sorts of circuit up in the background. It's fine. All is fine. All is good. We can see... we've caught back up to Longbow. Like, that sort of corner cut there is probably about what is advantageous for this car. With its slick tyres, rear-wheel drive. It's not worth doing anything stupid. Brazen's doing funny business back there. Well, it's brazen, of course it was going to be some funny business. I see, again, varying lines approaching the jump here. I do agree with Longbow's line. I like the just lower jump. It just keeps my car under control a little bit better. Longbow's had a big off and Longbow's fallen over, and Ollie struggled to make the final corner. Ollie has recovered it. We are up. I think Ninetales may have had a bit of an issue out of the lead, but we have caught up to Liam. This is now the battle for the podium positions here. We've been keeping... I was really worried about this RX-8 on the jump, and so far we have been keeping it under control. It's been pretty good at getting the jump correct, or getting the jump landed. We are down the inside at turn 1. Not quite completed the move, but it's fine. The RX-8's got loads of mid-corner speed. Well, that's fine. We can go out here. It is a little bit bumpy, so just be mindful of the bumps this time around. Where is Liam? Liam is on the inside, but Liam won't quite be able to carry the same speed. We'll be on the outside through here. We will leave space, which in this case, you know, we can probably be a little bit more aggressive in some ways with other cars because of the less space. Well, I say we can be more aggressive. There's no track to push them off of, I guess. I'm liking the RX-8. Honestly, I thought when we had that issue with Shadow at the start, I thought that was my race done, and we've somehow clawed our way back into the top 3, which is quite surprising. And Pega is actually catching Ninetales. We are trying to... I don't think we haven't got the pace of Impega. We might actually have a little bit more pace than Ninetales around this circuit. Here comes the jump. Is Impega going to be okay with the Sierra? Looks like it. Looks like it is all good for the Sierra. That line... Oh... No, that line's gone wrong. For an RX-8, we have held it into the final corner. We've lost a couple of spots. We had been doing okay. That time around, we got bounced. I can't believe we recovered that. Could have gone so much worse. Goodbye, Golf. You are not going to match the rotary goodness down towards the first corner. It's been ridiculous so far. But we are there. We are still there. Liam is on the brakes. Can we sneak past the BMW in a very similar manner to last time? Ollie's cut the corner even more than me. We are 3 wide through the next turn. Now, I'm again happy to go. Ollie's going to try and cut underneath. I think Ollie might have been on the grass on the inside. We are going to go for this sweep across line, which will work. Ollie is on the grass again, but you should lose so much speed mid-corner. You just cannot quite get away with it there. The field is very spread out. I'm going to guess maybe shenanigans on the jump. We were expecting the jump to be the big... I say the big factor in this one, because, well, that's why we picked this circuit. The rest of this track, there isn't huge amounts of differences to how you would drive it normally, outside of sort of the turn 1, turn 2 bit. But the jump is madness, and that is what we were looking for. But yeah, depending on how your car handles it, is really going to make or break your lap time. I'm half tempted to look toward, Pega's going for it, look towards more neutral sort of lines through here. What about this bit here? Oh, that bit there's lovely. That secondary bump though, that secondary curb is the bit that's got me again. Oh, the landing was good until the secondary... so that's the problem with that line. We actually landed it really nicely. Oh, I've only got 1 more lap to go. We might be in trouble of losing out on the podium through there. Yeah. We just can't deal with the curb now. So I'm trying to be a bit too smart at the moment with my positioning, so to speak. And it is not quite working out for the RX-8 here. We will jump down turn 1. Now, if Liam and Ollie fight each other, there is a chance. It's kind of annoying that we've gone quite well up until right at the end of the race. When we needed things to go well is when things have gone absolutely terribly for us. Ollie is having a look, but will not... There'll be no space for a Golf through there. We've clearly got more pace than these two ahead. We've got a very quick car, I think, actually, at this circuit. If we can get things right through, it's going to come down to the jump. The BMW has been quite good on that jump. We've seen Ollie had an accident a few laps ago down there. We saw that with the Volkswagen. So we're going to have to try and aim. It is going to come down to this jump, isn't it? Come on, get the Volkswagen off the corner. We either go for a completely different line or we aim a lot more to the left to try and not spin the car. Here we go. I think we aim more to the left in this one. We're going to try and follow Liam. It's either going to be glorious or terrible. It's gone pretty well. It's gone pretty badly for Impega down there. It's disaster for the Sierra. Oh, we've got a little bit of twitchy going through the final corner. Ninetales is going to win. We are going to get on the podium. We should have taken that line a lot more, even if my car was a smidge dicey. Liam gets second. We will finish third. What a race. What an absolute race of madness. Yeah, Impega had the fastest car around there. I think we had the second fastest car, to be honest with you, the only other car in the 34s, when we got things right. Gliska's RX-7 wasn't too bad, but I'm going to imagine mayhem on the jump landing. Oh, I like this challenge. I like this challenge a lot. That was mad, but also brilliant. We head to Silverstone for our next race. We are a fair way back on the grid. I don't really know. I don't really know about this Celine. So it isn't on race tyres, but that might be good because we'll probably be on the grass for a bit. Oh, hello Grumples. It's a relatively quick car, this S1, so I'm hoping that's a good sign. There's a lot of... Whoa, interesting. So no one's had any practice at this. No one really knows what the right line is going to be other than that Porsche has made good. I'm just going to go over here because it's kept me out of trouble, and we might be able to pass Longboat. We'll try and not do a Raikkonen that went out there in the Formula 1 at one point. So, yeah. Now, can we gain any time going down here? There's a little bit of tarmac to aim for. The problem is I might slide into Longboat. We didn't. Oh, no, there's no way to turn down here. Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure that's the way to go. Oh. Oh no, sim steering twitch got the better of me, and we have gone off. Get going, get out of there. Yeah, so that is the downside of running sim steering at low speeds, going between the grass, the gravel, and the tarmac. Sometimes you get a little twitch. I was hoping it might be better in this, being a vehicle with, you know, sport tyres. There'll be some tread in them. But it is not enough really there. Now, I don't know where the tyre bundles are here for Maggots and Beckett. I can see a car has fallen over. Right, we can just kind of straight out. It's Gliska that had gone over. I don't know if it's quicker going through that gravel trap or not, to be honest with you. Maybe you go through the first part. Because the problem with down there is you just slow all the way down this straight. If you go across the gravel trap. Maybe you go straight through the first part and then it is a little bit wider on the second part. We are going to... Whee! You see, there's no track limits, but there is gravel. What if we go for the old Silverstone layout is probably where you want to go. Through there. Oh! We did give a bump to the Subaru. Oh, we'll give another bump to the Subaru. We'll give it a hurry-up bump. Come on, hurry up, Subaru! We want to go catch the pack, sorry. That was some unintentional hurrying on the Lavorg. Right, so we definitely don't have to go deal with these first couple of corners. We can go straight through here, and then we're probably on the brakes. Whoa, maybe. Yeah, maybe we want to carry a little bit more speed through there so you can get out the gravel. Like, use the gravel trap to slow you down. Because if you get fire wide, it doesn't matter. You've got a whole load of space on the outside. I think you're better. Oh, someone else has got over. Good landing. Who was that? Might have been Aaron. Oh, I think it was. Yeah, Aaron with a fantastic landing with their car. I don't think this section is worth cutting particularly. Even with my car, it's not worth it. Come on, get turned, Celine. It's going to be the battle for not last at this point. Now, the next section, though, is where things go all manner of who knows, really. Glister's got more straight line speed than me with that Camaro. Fair enough. Oh, I was going to try cut underneath. We can just get on the power mid-corner as soon as you like. Then this is where it gets a bit mad as to what route you want to take through here. Yeah, I think you want to aim... yeah, there's not really... Yeah, it is too far wide. I was tempted to try a different option, but no, you are best just to straight line it. I was looking for different solutions. We're so far back at we're so far back at this point. We kind of want to look for different solutions to various problems, but no, that is not it. It is literally just straight. Let's say straight line down there. Seems to be the best way to go. There's an orange car out very wide through there. I'm not sure my lack of race tyres is really helping me all that much. Well, we can go through there fine. Come on, Celine. Oh, that's not tarmac. Oh, dear. Yeah. I forgot that was a bloody gravel trap. I wasn't really worried about that final corner. I just thought, oh, we'll be fine. Forgetting that bit there is actually gravel. Yeah, that's kind of... Well, it's really screwed us. This race went wrong from the get-go. The chances we have are pretty minimal. Speedbeast is trying a different line there. I'm not sure that's really the way to go. I'm not sure the Levorg is the car for this either, particularly. But, you know, I think the Levorg just really lacks any straight line speed. Can we... I don't think there's much in the way of option. Maybe we try it. Okay, we're going to go for an overtake through here. Through the weird line. I think you're just going to be too slow. I'm going for an overtake here just to do something a little bit different. It's about even, to be honest. We went into the corner behind Speed Beast. We've come out of the corner pretty much behind at this moment in time. So, yeah, God, I think it's very slow at a straight line. Right, carefully does it. A little bit carefully does it around here. Use all the road on the exit. Alright, and go for maybe an overtake through here if we can get it. Can we just go... So yeah, avoid that gravel trap there. Yeah, no, they've got it right. They've see, the plus point for them is they're all in a voice chat and they can talk to each other and find those... and they can agree upon a line. I was trying a different one. So yeah, you do... So that the downside with that line, we're really experimenting at the moment, is you end up in a gravel trap for longer. So you don't actually want that line because you're in the gravel trap for too long. You can't avoid it completely. Well, you can avoid it completely, but you'll just be slow if you do that. So yeah, I think they've all figured that one out. Really, that is the way to go. I don't know whether you want to dive through there like that so much. Either way, we are catching back up to the Levorg. We'll have another 2 laps to do this. I think we're going to have a very... I mean, if we can pass the Subaru, which it does look like we can, I think we're going to end up having a very lonely final lap. Oh, well, there is an element of you are kind of locked into whatever way the car you are racing is going. If the car you are racing is going straight, well, you are going straight as well. Oh dear, we are past the Subaru. It looks like up ahead the 2 orange cars are having a fight, which we are not a part of in this. Now, if you do run a bit wide through here, it doesn't matter. There is runoff area, but it's not going to be good for a lap time. Now, the Levorg will probably have a little bit more mid-quarter speed than me. It's on race tyres. I am not. So the Subaru will get back past again. Come on, Celine. Use your power. Outrun the Levorg towards the next corner. We can go over here. That's fine. Now, Maggots and Beckett's, we've got to figure out that better line through there. That's absolutely fine through there. We are wide, but not quite all the way into the gravel. So, you want to sort of take it there, and then, where is it? About there? No, not quite. There is definitely a better... You basically want to get... You want to kind of turn it... You want to turn it so that you are lined up nicely for this straight. If there's a way to make that work, I think that would be the way to go. I just haven't quite figured it out. Well, I mean, there's a lot of corners we've been struggling a bit on this track. It's just not gone very well for me, this race. Uh-oh. Well, I've struggled to turn in there. We've made the most of it. That was a rear wheel on the grass kind of a moment. We've got away with it. You can kind of shortcut the final corner. Speedbeast has done a much better job through that section. So, final lap of the race. Here we go. I don't think you want to try and cut the inside there. There is the sausage curve as well that is incredibly nasty. The 2 orange cars are Lost some time to us, I think. Right. Use the gravel a little bit to kind of help slow us down. Oh. Yeah, Aaron has lost some time. I don't mind going out over there. That's fine. We will get it back onto the circuit. As little time as possible on the grass is going to be the way to go here. But I don't think... Unless Aaron has a big problem on the final lap, which is possible, but unlike Nürburgring, where the jump could cause mayhem for anybody and everyone, there's less big time losses around here. You may lose a second or so, or a couple of seconds even, if you get the gravel trap wrong, or maybe I can gain it if I get it perfect. However, yeah, it is difficult to make big gains. We have dropped the Levorg. As I feared, the final lap has been a little bit of a lonely one. We are. I don't know if this car is necessarily so bad, or whether I just had a bad run. Quite possible I had a bad run. Right, can we get this set up better through there? It is better than we've done in the past. I mean, we're closer to Aaron than we have been. It's just not going to be enough. Yeah, the Levorg's had a terrible final lap. We have dropped it, but we are not going to be able to do it. Ninetales has taken, well, another victory in this one, although the first race Impega probably should have got. However, Ninetales wins at Silverstone. We are going to come home in 14th place. We were not last. It was a very bad start to this one. Oh, it did not get better with a running wide moment here where I just forgot it was gravel. However, we will cross the line. It's a better lap for us, but yeah, not good enough. I don't think it was the right car for that particularly. Jesus, cars in the 54s and 55s. Yeah, lack of race tyres wasn't really. I mean, we could have been fighting in the mid pack, I think, but we certainly didn't have the pace of the top cars. But there we go. We had a fun race. We had at least a fun race with Speed Beast for a while. Silverstone was an interesting affair. For our final race, we head to Yas Marina. I've got my Supra back. We're in S-Class now. This is not a quad rotor anymore. This has a good old V8 and, you know, slick tyres and everything. Now, this track's going to be an interesting one because a lot of the runoff areas here are tarmac. So we're going to have a lot more leeway, a lot more places we can go and we can put the cars, although perhaps not through this. I think this next corner has a bit of grass that we're not going to be able to go on. And then there are some PI drop cars in this because we rarely get to use them. So things like the Apollo is here. We've got an Ultima. We've got some other stuff. There's some curious lines going on down here. I don't know whether this corner is going to be advantageous to cut because you're going to be very slow coming onto the straight. Well, now the Apollo's got to the front, and I'm not sure that's about the cutting, more about its immense grip. This next corner is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be a very different corner to the way it is normally. I don't know where I need to brake. We're going to hold Ollie out wide. Oh, we're going to murder Gliska. I'm so sorry, Gliska. Was not expecting that much slowdown into what is now an incredibly fast corner through there, because you've just got so much space on the outside. Now, I don't know what you're going to want to do down here. Oh, brake earlier than that is the answer. I forget we're in S. I don't normally drive S-Class cars. Forgot we were in an S-Class car at that point. Oh, no, don't sit up on the curb. Yeah, it doesn't like that. So, I mean, it's all very well and good having no track limits. However, my car doesn't particularly like the curbs. So, yeah, you've got to be a little bit careful. Oh, the V8 supercars are crashed into the wall. I've had to, well, I kind of abandoned line mid-corner as the Apollo and Koenigsegg have come through. Koenigsegg's actually not a PI drop car. That gets, I think Impega said that gets a Skyline engine or the GTR engine swap. Oh, that's a wall. That wall blends in with the track surface very well. That's kind of scary as something else has gone out wide and flung into a wall. Ewan's Audi is very grippy, but oh god, I'm busy battling Ewan and Stinty. I was busy trying to outbrake Ewan or match Ewan under brakes. Didn't think about Stinty up ahead being in different places. Now, we can go wide through here, that's fine. Who is leading? Grumples is leading. I don't know what they're driving at the moment. Don't know what any car anyone's in, really. So, Ollie is taking more of a cut down there than some of us. Ninetales has found a gap to aim for, but it's going to come out. I just lose a bit of that momentum down here. God, look at the Alpine go. That thing has shot off into the distance. I can't match that for straight line speed. It's very weird I'm quicker than an Agera down here. But we are. Now, we get slowed for this corner. Oh, I tell you what. I like my car to drive, but it really doesn't like the bumps because that's not something that we're normally setting the cars up for. It's not something we're normally worrying about because, well, you don't do this with the car. It's not supposed to be doing this. Christ. We will still not get it stopped down there. Well, we keep it on the circuit. Well, sorry, Impega. I do not know. I don't know where the braking zones are around this track. I think the egg is going to... no, it's out wide. It's not going to outrun us down here. We're going to outrun Ninetales in a straight line through this bit. Oh, no, I want to try and be... God, that Apollo is so ridiculously grippy. It has 300 horsepower, I think. Or 300, 350, something like that, with the turbo removal glitch going on, which just means it's a go-kart at this point. We've got a lot of speed through here, but where is that wall? Because I know that wall is coming up, and that wall is very difficult to see. Again, it's not often a consideration for this track, but it is one that we are having to deal with here. Ewan is to the inside. Right, okay. We're back to chasing down. We're in a very weird battle of grip versus speed in this. We've got two V8 supercars, a Ferrari, the Koenigsegg, an Apollo with an almost limitless grip, although it won't like going on the grass there. Can we get on the power and beat the Ferrari? Nope, the Ferrari's got more straight line speed than us. Which is perhaps to be expected. The V8 supercars have tangled. I don't know whether Ninetales was trying to go across and cut the corner. Ewan's found a great line through there. It's not going to matter with that Audi because it's got only got more straight line speed than Ollie, but that's about it. And the 599 is kind of hanging around behind us in a very menacing position. Jesus, Liam's car is quick down there. I'm trying not to end up in the side of the Koenigsegg. Stingy got bounced across over the bumps and has got fired out wide. Ewan did manage to dodge. That's quite well done, Ewan, in all of that one. We've got speed on Impega. I mean, we're about lapping the same as Impega down here. We'll let the Koenigsegg go very, very wide. We will try and take an actual line. Hello, Ewan. We can go over the curb there. Ewan can fight with Impega. They can have their own little battle. We are trying to chase down Liam's Ferrari that doesn't, oh god, quite have the grip of the Supra, but has even more straight line speed than me. We can go across this line here. Oh, careful with just because you've got limitless grip, Ewan. I have limits. There are many limits to my grip. I don't want this horde of grippy cars behind me. Oh, sorry, Impega. Ewan is going to take a big swing at the final corner. It's not quite going to work. As we head around there, me and Liam are side by side towards the line. We've got 2 more laps of this to go. Ollie's turned up, and then Ollie has immediately lacked straight line speed. I mean, it's going to come flying past any second, but we are past Liam now with the Supra as we head through this next corner. I don't know how wide I can take it really around here. The bumps I'm more concerned about than anything else. That has all worked. This section I'm pretty worried about, actually. Still not quite got that corner right, I don't think. I'm sure there is a better way around that, even for my straight line speed car, or relative straight line speed car. We can shoot off down into the distance, away from, well, it's away from Impega, it's away from Ollie. You've got to be a little bit wary of Liam. We'll try the slightly different approach here. Yeah, I mean, we clip. It's just the bumps my car doesn't like. I'm really nervous about turning in on that section. Here comes the Ferrari with all its speed. It's almost a case of don't fight Liam too hard here, because we know we can probably just get back past again, which we do down here. Doesn't matter if you want a little bit wide. We don't want to get on the power too soon and career off into the wall, but you know, we can run a lot wider than we would normally. I think there's a Koenigsegg trying a very curious line around the outside. We are all going to crisscross down here. It can stay on the outside through there if it wants. Come on, Supra. It's so weird having a Supra just outrunning a Koenigsegg and then really slowing that same egg down in the corners. Where is the grab and drag you into the pit lane point? I don't know, because that would be a funny way to fail. I'm just not going to go for that. I think we're actually catching up to Aaron at the moment in that McLaren, but I don't think we're going to have enough laps to do it. I don't think we've got enough time on this final lap to do anything about the orange McLaren here. Nicely through here. The Supra has seemed to calm down a little bit, or probably more than the fact I've got the hang of driving it. Don't know what's happened to Impega. Makes me wonder if there may have been some shenanigans somewhere. That might be the line actually through there, to be honest with you. I feel like that's a better way to go. It still straightens us up nicely for the assault down here, and to make the most of our Supra's speed, with minimising the distance as much as possible. God, I really am not sure how fast you can go through there, because the wall on the outside really creeps up. I actually quite like this layout of Yaz. It's quite fun. This way, give the tracks to us and we'll fix them. I mean, Yaz was a track I never really had any strong opinions about. I prefer this remodel. I actually like one of the short layouts, the south layout I quite like. I much prefer this remodel to the old version of it, but I think the track we've made here has been a bit more fun. So, there is that, but yeah, we've run out of time. We have run out of time to do anything about Aaron's McLaren F1. We needed probably 1 or 2 more laps to catch it. We've got more grip in the corners. I mean, F1's going to be very fast down the straights, of course. Ninetales is caught up. Ninetales is right here. I think there may have been some shenanigans towards the end of this somewhere that I didn't really see. Alright, get the car turned. And there we go. Ninetales is going to try and get us to the line. They won't do it. Ninetales found some pace at the end there. We had some speed. That Supra wasn't too shabby, really. Yeah, I mean, so we were quicker than... Brazen. Of course, Brazen got to the front. We were quicker than Grumples. We were quicker than Aaron. Ninetales was absolutely flying. The only vehicle into the 49s around there by the end of it. Longbow got up to 6th. Don't know what happened to Impega. Something went on with the Agera, because it was right there. It was right behind me for a lot of that. We were battling away with that. Ollie's Apollo was hilarious to watch. It did not quite work. In all of that, I do apologise to Gliska with the Jag on that one right at the very start, while we were still figuring out the braking zones and what lines you could go on. What an absolutely mad race! A lot of fun. That was a lot of fun around the Yas Marina circuit. And at the end of the day, this has been an awful lot of fun challenge. Very weird, but has made for some really interesting racing. I mean, it works better on some circuits now. This Yaz is perfect for it in many ways, with so much to explore. Yeah, it went terribly wrong for me at Silverstone, but decent results at Nürburgring and at Yaz is definitely nice. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.